been in my zone. Feel it still in my spirit, I've been on my own. Still just living my legend till my day's gone. Still been feeling grateful just for making it home. Giving me grace, feelings of God, let's give him some love. Giving me space, hold the applause, just give me a hug. If I said that I would catch you, would you fall for me? If you ain't heard from me lately, would you call for me? I'm in this ride like wow, I really came from nothing. I remember days, it was pain and suffering. Making it to brighter days was my main discussion. Now I'm making music daily and they saying they love it like wow. I came from nothing, I came from nothing, I can't stop. Came from nothing, I came from nothing, I can't stop. Came from nothing, I came from nothing, I can't stop. Came from nothing, I came from nothing. Nipsey Hussle prolific, always knew I was gifted. Bumping Midnight Marauders, but serving biscuits for tips. And I hated having employment, started rapping in cafes and they would call me a poet. They tried to call me the savior, tried to call me the one. I called me the son, asking for help was calling they bluff. Calling me from a higher power, never give up. I looked inside the mirror, realizing that I got us, it was us. Cause it was us the whole time. People come and go, but it was us the whole time. It was us the whole time. People come and go, but I came from nothing, I came from nothing, I can't stop. Came from nothing, I came from nothing, I can't stop. Came from nothing, I came from nothing, I can't stop. Came from nothing, I came from nothing. Leave the past in the past, but remember all. Even when I could've crashed, I considered y'all. Who I am, I get something, I'ma split it all. I seen it all, I did it all, I said it all. Back on the wall, I didn't fall, I stayed involved. And I'ma ride, that's if you call, no string attached. And when we shine, we all recline, I'm leaning back. From out the mud, just like you was, let's bring it back. You came from nothing, you came from nothing, you can't stop. Came from nothing, you came from nothing, you can't stop. Came from nothing, you came from nothing, you can't stop. Came from nothing, you came from nothing, you can't stop. Came from nothing, you came from nothing, you can't stop. Came from nothing, you came from nothing, you can't stop. Came from nothing, you came from nothing, you can't stop. Came from nothing.
Salute, salute, salute. What's going on with the people? Waiting for this trial to start. Salute to everybody. Appreciate y'all coming in the building, fucking with your boy this morning. You know, this trial crazy as hell. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm not a fan of the judge myself. You know what I mean? Whether this nigga, Young Thug, guilty or not, I really don't got no dog in that fight. You know what I'm saying? I like to see all black men free. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, we make decisions and we got to live by those. Hey, Ming, salute. Appreciate you, King, for coming through. Yeah, it was supposed to start at 10 o'clock, so, you know, I guess it's 4 minutes late like me. I mean, I'm on time, but it's 4 minutes late. But, you know, we'll be here when it starts. What's going on with everybody, though? How y'all feeling? I gotta roll up. I gotta go get me a coffee from the store. I'm not on point like I'm supposed to be. Lord Darryl, salute. And you know the link is up there too. You know what I'm saying? It's pinned to the top. So, you know what I mean? Anybody that that's gonna come and add to the podcast or add to the you know, add their opinion to what's going on with Young Thug and his folks, you know, y'all more than welcome. You're more than welcome. But I don't know what's going on. I'm waiting for the startup, and then we can get to that. How y'all doing? How y'all mornings going so far? I told you I'm discombobulated right now. You know what I mean? I thought I was gonna have everything on point. I try to be on point for the most part, but I don't know. Sometimes niggas, you know, I'm on nigga time sometimes. You feel me? See, I just did some shit I wasn't supposed to do. Trying to roll up. But yeah, I'm on nigga time right now. You feel me? Hit that like button. If you ain't subscribed, subscribe to your boy. Yesterday I almost got to 1,000 views. That's my most viewed video yesterday. So, let's see if we can get to 1,000 today. Let's see if we can get some more subscribers today. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's positive content over here. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do some hip hop and some sports. And that's what we do over here. Laugh and giggle. We talk about serious conversations. You know what I'm saying? But we really talk about hip hop and sports a lot on this channel. You know what I'm saying? And my co-host, Cuba Del Bronx, I don't know where he at. But, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my brothers. Lil Daryl, a.k.a. OG Briscoe, Cuba Del Bronx, King Craigo, Brooklyn Crook, Boston Cuba. That seemed to be the circle that I fuck with the most. You know what I mean? So, salute to all those niggas for keeping it 100 and staying real. Because there ain't too many real ones on here. You know what I mean? It's a lot of fake ones. And when you associate yourself with motherfuckers, these fake ones on here, you catch yourself in a situation like Young Thug in a Rico case. A lot of these motherfuckers is fake as hell. They claim to be real, but they real fucking fake. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. These niggas swear up and down that they the realest thing that God created. And these motherfuckers is fake as hell. Oh, my godmother gave me a thumbs up on Facebook. I appreciate that, Ma. But you know what I'm saying? It's just don't get caught up in these YouTube crews, these gangs, these affiliates. All that shit is fake. You know what I'm saying? Look like the trial done started. Well, they're about to start anyway. But yeah, a lot of these niggas on this shit is fake, bro. You feel me? And if you associate yourself with this shit, bro, not only is you subjected to slander, to be lied on, you subjected to be Rico, nigga. You subjected to be Rico, just like Young Thugger. And I'm not saying that he guilty or innocent or guilty because I don't know. But I just don't like the way the judge moving in this trial. You feel me? And a lot of motherfuckers get away with shit because the judges be moving like this. You know what I'm saying? And it's bad when, you know what I'm saying, let the evidence point to him being guilty. You know what I'm saying? Let the evidence prove what it may prove. You know what I'm saying? If you don't got enough evidence, then let the man walk. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got shit to hold him on, then let the man walk. You feel me? But it seems like it's a lot of cooperation between the DA and the judge to try to, you know what I'm saying? He definitely need to be removed. Lil Daryl, he crooked. I don't fuck with him at all. You know what I'm saying? And at first, it seemed like he was non-biased because he was, you know what I'm saying? He was getting into the DA ass at first, but it seemed like ever since this witness, he done flipped the script. Like he done showed his true color. He showed that he trying to get at Young Thug. He showed he don't like that. He don't like Young Thug's lawyer. Because the lawyers that came up behind him after he already held Young Thug still in contempt, all the lawyers that stood up after him said we have privilege to that fucking knowledge. We have knowledge to what he's talking about, and we also got all the same. And he said, "Well, I wasn't talking. I ain't asked y'all though. I asked him." So what's the difference? If the point is you want to know Where was the information come from? Then everybody that's in that court that know that information should be in contempt if they don't tell it. Because this lawyer raised the concern, and it was a valuable concern. You know what I'm saying? I'm concerned. My defendant is on trial here, and you holding secret meetings with the DA, a witness, and the judge. Like, yeah, that concerns me. So I'm not just bringing up shit, and the only thing you're not concerned about, what I'm concerned about, you want to know how the fuck I know. And the reason you want to know why I know, because you know that y'all done participated in some illegal shit. That's what I see. That's what I see. You know what I'm saying? You don't participated in some illegal shit, so now you're trying to cover up your illegal shit. You feel me? He keeps saying he wasn't privy to that information, or he wasn't, not yet. Anyway, he wasn't supposed to know about it yet. DW Shot, salute. Peace, King. Appreciate you. Hit that like button. But you know what I'm saying? Like, shit crazy. And it's crazy. He like, well, if you ain't eavesdrop, which he don't think he eavesdrop, then I know who told you. Now, he's trying to say that the lawyer, the lawyer of the dude that was in there, because the dude that they had inside the motherfucking chambers, he don't want to testify. He pleaded the fifth on the first day, and they locked his ass up for it. The judge said, you got immunity, so you can't plead the fifth. What the fuck you mean? I don't want your immunity. I don't need your immunity. I wasn't charged in this Rico case. I'm the only motherfucker that ain't charged in this Rico case. So you gonna try to use me as your key witness? So now, nah, fuck that. You wasn't even supposed to talk to me, period, because my lawyer been contacting y'all, telling y'all no. And y'all keep coming for me. Y'all keep threatening me with arrest and all that. If you don't cooperate with us, we're going to arrest you. We're going to make you part of the case. We're going to do this. Y'all keep doing shit to try to make me part of this fuck, make me rat or snitch or whatever. Because he was a rat. They got video of the nigga snitching from a previous case back in the day. Maybe he done redeemed himself. Maybe he changed his statements where he ain't rat on the stand or whatever it was. But they got video he recorded snitching. The nigga Lord Woody or whatever. And whatever the fuck the nigga name is, that nigga. You know what I'm saying? He got caught snitching in the interrogation room. So they already know the nigga will run his mouth, but I guess he trying to redeem himself. You feel me? Like, I don't want nothing to do with this shit. Y'all didn't charge me. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't be part of this fucking case. But yet the prosecutor and the judge is now working together to coerce him to you can see as he's testifying, he's not even really giving up information. He's like, oh, the picture too blurry. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I know that dude and that dude. The same two dudes he keep naming, he know. And also public figures like Young Thug and the other rappers, you know what I'm saying, within YSL. You know what I'm saying? He naming them, but that's regular shit. Everybody know them. They're rappers. And he say that every time he named them. Like, he's like, you know him? Yeah, I know him as a rapper. He's a rapper. You know what I'm saying? How you know him? I know him as this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know him as such and such Williams. I know him as Young Thug. You feel me? So he's not helping them. He's not helping them at all. That's a fact. That's his whole argument. His whole argument is, I can't, the information that you want me to give you, I can't give you. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't want to be held in contempt, but that information, I don't want to be disbarred. You trying to get me disbarred because you know I'm a hell of a lawyer. You know they have, we've been in this shit 18 months already. We've been on trial 18 months. You feel me? And y'all ain't proved shit yet. So this is why you want me to fuck out of here, because I done dragged this shit 18 months and y'all haven't proved nothing, and we not just letting y'all lock him the fuck up. He ain't willing to confess to nothing like these other idiots y'all done put pressure on. See, we showing y'all that the only reason they said that shit they said is because y'all gave them deals and they want to come home. They want to go home fast. My client ain't did shit. He's sticking to he ain't did shit, and we gonna fight it until y'all prove that he done something. Fuck the he say, she say, the hearsay. Fuck all that. Until y'all prove that my client has actually committed a crime or participated in these crimes, then we gonna be doing this shit for another 18 months. You feel me? And every time you're crooked ass, the DA crooked. I'm sorry, and it's sad because it's black people, bro. And it's black people looking bad right now. When it comes to politics, that bitch Tiffany Henyard over there in Dalton, you know what I'm saying? Over there in Chicago, over there, she look bad. She make black people look bad. You feel me? Now we got a black prosecutor, a black judge, you know what I'm saying? And they over here looking bad. Corruption looking crazy. It's looking crazy. Like, you can't trust now don't get it fucked up, because I ain't gonna say it make us all look bad, because we got some politicians that's making moves, that doing the right thing, that make us, you know what I'm saying, that I think stand for mostly what we all stand for. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Fanny, like, I don't even understand what she done got caught up in so much shit, bro. You feel me? She fucking with Young Thug and Donald Trump at the same time. She done got caught up in her own scandals, fucking with her own DA. It's crazy. It's crazy. She fucking with her own prosecutor. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It's just, we looking bad, bro. When it comes to that type of shit, and make us look bad, bro. I'm gonna keep it 100. But one thing I could say about us, we hold ourselves accountable. That bitch in Dalton, them people of Dalton, that township and that city, you know, they holding her accountable. They on her ass. You feel me? This judge right here, it's motherfuckers holding him accountable. I done seen lawyer after lawyer after lawyer drop videos and say what he's doing is wrong. That shit was wrong. You feel me? Not only, let me see, because this shit is, since it's on a standby real quick, let me see if I can go to something real quick. But not only did this lawyer right here, not only did, you know what I'm saying, when they locked him up, this motherfucker had 20 to 25 other lawyers come to represent him. That judge fucked up. See if I can bring that up real quick. Should be, not only should he recuse himself from the case, he might lose his motherfucking judgeship. He should. He should. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't want him presiding over no case that I got. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. And that's a whole fact. You can't trust motherfuckers. Not even the system. And color, and it seems like color don't matter no more. Motherfuckers to go against you for anything. Color don't have no bearing no more. Not at all. And that's a whole fact. Shout out to Latin Pain and the Rico squad too, bro. Shout out to them. Let me see, is this it right here? I think it's on that channel. Let me go to that station. That's who that. Here we go, right here. No, this one before this one. Yeah, because his attorneys came in and argued for him. It might be that one. I just might have to rewind it back. So let me see.
An opportunity to reflect. And Mr. Steele, if I could ask you to take the podium, please, as well. Now stand next to your attorneys. Okay, Ms. Merchant, Mr. Steele and I apologize. Okay.
Sierra, Uniform Sierra.
All right. Thank you, sir. Okay, Mr. Schuster as well. All right, counsel, I've made a clarification or to the order of contempt. Mr. Steele, I am going to hold you under, still hold you in summary criminal contempt pursuant to OCJ 15-1-3, subpart 3, for your failure to comply with my earlier order today. I'm going to order that you be taken into custody, incarcerated in the Fulton County Jail for no more than 20 days for this contempt. Those 20 days consisting of every weekend for the next 10 weekends. And you'll be reporting to 901 Wright Street Northwest, Atlanta, Georgia, 30318 at 7 p.m. on Fridays. You'll be released on 7 p.m. on Sundays. And it's to commence this Friday, June the 14th at 7 p.m. and not to end until Sunday, August the 18th at 2024, 7 p.m., subject to further order of this court. And that will be entered and e-filed. You may take whatever steps you and your counsel deem appropriate after that. Okay?
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
I'm going to file a notice of appeal, but for whatever reason that doesn't take, and you don't give a bond, then I'd ask that I can be with Mr. Williams and we work on our case all weekend, for all those weekends. Otherwise, I can't prepare. I speak with Mr. Williams all the time.
That's up to you. And sir, I will, sir, if
That motherfucker smart as hell right there. You feel me? New York Nikki, baby. Salute. Salute. Good morning, Queen. I appreciate you. Your presence is always wanted and needed. That motherfucker's a genius, right? So what he just did was he told the judge, all right, cool. You're going to lock me up for the weekends, for the next 10 weekends. You know what I'm saying? All right, if you're going to do that, at least lock me up with my client. So that way we can work on our case and I can have some protection in this motherfucker. And I know we going to eat because he, like, put me, if I'm going to go to jail, you know what I'm saying? Put me in jail with some protection, some security, and already some motherfucking way for me to get something to eat. You know what I'm saying? I respect it. I respect that was thug type shit right there. You know what I'm saying? The lawyer is a great lawyer, man. You know what I'm saying? Any lawyer that's willing to go to jail for their client, you know what I'm saying? Because of what they believe in, not for doing nothing illegal, because the lawyer didn't do nothing wrong. What the lawyer did was raise questions on why the judge and the DA is doing questionable shit with the witness. Why y'all holding secret meetings with witnesses and not letting us know that that's what y'all doing? And if you're gonna hand over the transcript at some point in time, why not now, so we can question you and her? Matter of fact, since you was present and part of the fucking meeting, you are now a witness to what I'm complaining about. So you can't even, how you gonna be the judge and the witness in the same fucking case? You can't be. You done involved yourself in a case where you shouldn't have. If the witness was sworn in, he was a sworn in witness. You shouldn't have had testimony behind the scenes. We should be able to cross-examine him and question anything that he said to y'all behind the fucking closed doors. We should have the right to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, and like I said, I respect it. I respect what he did. I respect that. You feel me? The trial still didn't start yet, though. You know what I mean? So they still getting these shit together. As you can see right here, the trial still ain't start yet, but I'm just saying. Harlem Romeo, salute, salute, salute. Give me a second. Hey, grandbaby. What you doing, my girl? We waiting for them to walk out. We gonna record it. All right, yeah. Just send me the recording. Give her a kiss for me. Tell her I love her. Right. And I'll get her something afterwards. All right. Yeah, they was calling me today. My granddaughter is graduating from kindergarten. So they was calling me to tell me, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna send me the video or whatever. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to be a YouTuber, but I still got to be a grandfather and a father at the same time. I heard Jerry West pass. I didn't hear Jerry West pass. That's interesting. I didn't hear about that. The icon. It says NBA. Here we go. That's sad. I didn't know that. That's crazy.
We have enormous breaking news this morning. We're not going to deal with the trivia question or anything like that. We have incredibly important news, and I'm sorry to be the one to tell you, but one of the greatest figures in the history of American sports, one of the greatest players, and one of the most important people in the history of basketball in this or any country has died. Jerry West has died at the age of 86. It was announced by the Los Angeles Clippers that he's been working for today. West, where do you begin to describe a person's career? It has been argued, and I would argue it loudly,
Jerry
that
West,
there aren't a handful of people who had more significant careers in basketball than Jerry West did. First, as a player, one of the greatest collegiate players ever, an Olympian, one of the greatest NBA players ever. Of course, he is the logo, the silhouette that you see Every single time you see the NBA logo, that is a silhouette of Jerry West. He was one of the great players of all time, scoring points in enormous numbers at a time where there were no three-point shots in basketball, leading the Lakers to 9 NBA finals in his 13 seasons, winning just once. But interestingly, to this day, still the only person ever to be named the MVP of a finals that his team lost. He finished his playing career as one of the greatest players ever. He was on the 50 greatest players list. That certainly isn't even beginning to do him justice. He's in the handful of greatest players that ever touched a basketball in their lives. He then went on to a brief but successful career in coaching and then an enormous career as an executive, particularly running the Los Angeles Lakers. His acquisitions included James Worthy, Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, hiring Phil Jackson as their coach. I don't think it's overstating it to say basketball as we know it today has been shaped by Jerry West about as much as it has been by any other person that ever lived, and that is with the exclusion of no one. I'm doing this off the top of my head here, and there's so many numbers and all that sort of thing that we can bring to you. Let's come out here to the group, and again, we are just getting this news now. So there is so much to be said.
So much to be said. Rest in peace, Jerry West. It seemed like things are getting into order now. So,
Mr. Williams, Mr. Steele, Mr. Adams, good morning. Mr. Kendrick and Mr. Weinstein, Mr. App, good morning.
for sure, no
Mr.
doubt.
Yu and Mr. Matthews Jr., good morning. All right, Mr. Nichols and Mr. Garner, good morning. All right, Mr. Ryan and Misty Williams, good morning. All right. All right, Mr. Smith, Mr. Brown, Mr. Atkins, Ms. Love, and Ms. Hilton. Now for the really important people, Ms. Knight, Mr. Kokomo, Ms. Halterwinger, Mr. Pines, Mr. Monsbach. Anybody else? Oh. Good morning. Name again? Mr. Yusuf. Good morning, sir, again. All right. All the jurors present, sir? Okay. All right. Anything else I need to take up before I call for jurors? All right. All right. Let's get Mr. Copeland back in here, please. All right, sir, summon our jurors, please.
Thank you.
Mr. Copeland, when the jury comes out, you can stand up again. Thank you, sir.
And it should come up on your screens. Looking at page 2373 of 164 Echo, who is depicted in those pictures?
Me and Young Thug.
All right, and I want to scroll down to page 2373 of 164 Echo. Do you see, similar to yesterday, the date If you can scroll back up, Mr. Atkins. Do you see that line that says taken?
Somebody at the top over here, same place.
Yes, sir. What is that?
Which one? This one or that one?
The one at the top.
What about it?
What is it? What is the date?
2014.
And then do you see a number next to the 2014?
Yeah, 7-31.
Okay. You say that to be July 31st, 2014.
I guess.
All right. Now scrolling down to the text at the bottom. Yes, before. If you could please read what the text says.
Who did 372? Got my back. Love him like.
Boy, now they know that this motherfucking boy told them that he's special ed. He went to special ed, and they got to talk to him different. How the fuck they got him up there reading some shit? They fucking up their case.
All right. Now, thank you, Mr. Atkins. Since you've been released from custody in 2019, have you flown on a plane with Young Thug?
I was on probation.
Okay. So is the yes or no?
I can't leave the city.
To your knowledge, have you been posted or tagged in any Young Thug picture since 2019?
Not to my knowledge. I don't know.
Since 2019, have you been with Thug together in the club? Not seen him in the club, but you two all actively were together in the club.
You said since 2019?
Yes, sir. Whenever you're ready to answer.
Oh, what I supposed to say? I'm thinking you
Yes or
say
no?
something else.
No, I'm waiting for your answer. Yes or no?
Answer to it.
The question I just asked you.
Oh, what is your question?
Sure. Since 2019, have you and Thug been together in the club? Not I've seen him in the club, but you two actively were at the club together. Either y'all went to the club together, y'all were at the club together. Have you done that since 2019?
I'll sustain the question, Mr. Foreman. That was Mr. Matthews Jr. Hey, Mr. Weinstein, do me a favor, push that camera on the top of the podium. Push the camera
At the top.
on the top.
Just press down. No.
Press down. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Sure. I'll rephrase. Since 2019, have you and Young Thug been together in the club? And I'm not talking about I saw him in the club, but you two have been together in the club.
I can't recall.
Is it fair to say that your relationship after you got out of prison is not the same as it was before you went to prison in 2015?
Huh?
You have an objection, sir? Yeah. Basis. So the form of the question? I sustain the question. You can rephrase it.
Is your relationship the same with Young Thug since you got out of prison as it was before you went to prison in 2015?
One more time.
Sure.
I'm trying to.
Do you have the same relationship with Young Thug since you left prison in 2019 as you had with him before you went to prison in 2015?
So I'm confused. So help me understand. If you and her y'all got a relationship 10 years ago, So today, is y'all relationship the same from 10 years ago today?
Is your relationship the
I'm
same?
I need an answer.
Is your relationship 10 years ago?
I don't think nothing would be the same from 10 years ago. I don't know how to answer that. I don't know.
Okay. Is your relationship better with Thug or worse or the same?
I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't know what to say to that. I don't.
Do you speak? Have you, and this is yes or no, have you spoken with Thug in the year of 2024? Yes or no?
This year?
This year.
No.
Okay. In the year of 2023, have you spoken with Thug? Yes or no?
Overrule, sir.
No.
In 2022, have you spoken with Thug? Yes or no?
I can't recall if I was in. I can't recall when did I got arrested. I don't know if it was 21 or 22. I don't, and I don't want to say yeah or no to it because I don't know if I was on the street or if I was in jail.
Let me ask you this: while you were in prison, did you ever speak with Thug?
No.
All right. Thank you for that. Do you know someone by the name of Marquavius Huey?
No.
Do you know someone named Quay?
I know a lot of Quays.
Okay. Do you see any of the Quays that you know in the courtroom today?
Yeah.
Okay. How many of the Quays do you know are in the courtroom today?
One.
Okay. Can you identify him by article of clothing that he is wearing?
Well, he's sitting right there. Like, I don't know what color it is he got on.
All right. You said over there. Is he sitting? Is it the man with the gray and cream jacket?
It shows so reflect.
Thank you. How long have you known Quay?
Not long.
When you say not long, what does that mean to you?
I don't know Quay like that.
Okay. Have you known him for a year? More than a year?
I haven't been around him a year. So
He don't know the man.
yeah, because I know somebody. I've been in jail. I've been away. So
are you saying you just met him in 2023?
I met Quay probably. I only knew Quay personally. Been around him no less than 90 days. Like no longer than 90 days. I don't know. I haven't been around him personally to say I know him that well.
Let me ask you this. In 2021, did you know Quay?
I think that's when I met him.
Do you recall how you met Quay in 2021?
No, I don't.
In 2021, did you consider Quay a friend?
I consider him cool.
I'm going to start in 2021. How often, if at all, did you see Quay?
I don't know.
Would it be weekly?
I seen him when I seen him.
Okay. Would that be once a week, once a month, every couple of days?
I saw him when we had time to see each other.
And I'm asking very specific.
I can't say
how often that was.
When I wake up, my day is not planned. I just go with the day.
And so I'll just ask you again.
Say that again.
Would you see him on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis?
I saw him when I saw him.
Would you speak with him on the phone?
Yeah.
How often would you speak with him on the phone?
When we had to call each other for something.
was that, did you speak with him on the phone more than when you actually saw him in person?
I spoke to him when we spoke to each other.
Did you speak to him more or did you see him in person more?
What you mean?
What would you do? Would you see him more or did you speak with him on the phone more?
Meaning?
You said you spoke with him on the phone.
He told you he fucking
Did you speak with him on the phone
went
every
to
day?
special
Did you speak
ed.
with him on the
What
phone
the
once a
fuck
week?
don't you
Did speak with
understand
him on the
about that?
phone once a month?
Because he answering these fucking questions like he went to special
I
ed.
spoke to him when I spoke to him.
The fuck?
You said that you all would
This shit
see
is
each
blowing
other.
me.
When you would see each other, what type of things would you all do?
Shoot dice. Go to parties.
We hung
Mainly
out. We
certain
did
nights.
shit that niggas do. What the fuck is you mean? What type of shit do we do? We did shit that niggas do
Did
in
you
the
ever
hood.
speak with Quay via FaceTime or some other video chat?
What you mean some type of other video chat?
Well, let me just ask first. Did you ever speak with Quay on FaceTime?
I can't recall if I have.
Let the boy go home. He not your key witness no more. He don't want to participate. Leave the boy the fuck alone. He already told you he'd rather sit in jail than participate in this bullshit.
Would you give Quay
Fuck.
advice?
Would I give Quay advice?
On what?
Yes.
What that for to mean?
Did you advise Quay on certain people he should hang around with
Oh,
or not hang around with?
What?
what about it?
What the fuck?
Have you advised Quay on individuals he should or should not hang around with?
I probably have.
Okay. Specifically, did you advise Quay on whether he should hang around?
I'll take the question.
Have you ever advised Quay on hanging around Young Thug?
I told Quay that I have a personal problem with Young Thug.
Did you advise him on whether or not he should hang around Young Thug?
I thought I just answered it.
No, you told him that you answered you had a personal problem with Thug. That wasn't
Right,
the
and I
question.
told him that, I advised him that.
What is the that you're referring to?
Whatever you just asked me, I agree to what you just said.
So for clarity for the record, you've advised Quay about hanging around Young Thug.
I don't, what's your objection? He hasn't really clarified. I think she's trying to get him to clarify it, so I'm gonna overrule your objections.
Of course you're gonna
You
overrule
advised
the
him
You
on
just
hanging
put him in
around
jail, you
Young
dumb bitch.
I told Quay that he needed to watch who he hang around.
And was that in 2021?
I don't know when it was.
You met in 2021. Have you spoken with Quay in this year, 2024?
No. You said, have I talked to him this year?
Yes.
No.
What about last year in 2023?
I cut all communication with everybody, period. I haven't speaking with nobody.
That answered all your fucking questions from here on out. As far as that, don't ask him about nobody else.
We've
Have you
talked
spoken?
about
He said no.
Quay, Thug, Shannon, and Ye. Do you know any of the other defendants? In
No,
the
I
case?
don't know nobody else. How many?
We've spoken about 4. Do you know any of the other defendants? In the
No,
case?
I don't know.
Do you know someone by the name of Trontavia Stevens or Tick?
Who?
Tick or Slug?
Yeah.
Do you know him by his given name or just Tick or Slug?
I know him by Tick.
Okay. About how long have you known Tick?
For a while.
How'd you meet Tick?
Don't know.
And when you say for a while, would that be more than 5 years ago?
Yes.
She blowing my shit. I'm going to make a sandwich. I'll be right back.
Back when you first met Tick, how would you describe your relationship with Tick?
I don't know. I can't reflect back on when I first met him.
I can't first met him.
I know a whole lot of people.
What was your relationship like with Tick?
What you mean?
Was it a good relationship? Bad? Did y'all get along with each other? What was your relationship like with Tick?
Just like it would be with anybody else from that I know.
Do you get along with everybody that you know?
If we cool,
So I'm saying that you were cool with Tick.
that's what I said.
What types of things would you do with Tick?
What you mean?
Did y'all go out? Did you go shoot dice? Did you go to the club? What type of things did you do with Tick?
Things young black men do in the neighborhood.
I don't know what young black men do in the neighborhood. So what is
Try to survive and stay away from the police.
do you do anything else besides trying to survive and stay away from the police?
Yeah, get locked up.
Okay. Anything else besides getting locked up?
You got my criminal history, right?
We're not talking about your criminal history, Mr. Copeland. Is there anything else that you all used to do?
I don't recall.
I'm going to show you permission to approach one.
Have you shown that to defense counsel?
A lot of this shit go on. They be quiet for a long fucking time, periods of time that I don't be understanding.
I'm showing you what's in Market 60 to 352 Yankee. Tell me if you recognize the individual in 352 Yankee.
Yeah.
Who are the people at 352 Yankee?
Me, Ted, and Lil D.
Your Honor, this how the state would like to end this. Excuse me, 6:53:52 Yankee is happening.
Portions of the image. You can approach it, I can show that to you. Sure.
All right, say three here, the two Yankees admitted over objection. Maybe publish see fit.
Could we zoom into the image? Mr. Copeland, you know who you are. If you can tell the jurors who is Tick and who is Little D. Mr. Copeland, who is Tick?
In the middle.
All right. And then Little D, the one with the Dallas Cowboys sweatshirt.
If this me, this Ted,
Okay.
they got no choice but to be Lil D.
Earlier, you talked about another Little D that you called your son. Is this the same Little D?
Do they look like the same Lil D?
I'm asking you a question, Mr. Copeland. Is it the same Little D?
No.
All right. How do you distinguish this Little D from the other Little D?
They look like two different people.
When you are addressing or talking about them, how do you distinguish the two Little Ds from each other?
What you mean?
Do you call one of them Little D from Cleveland?
If you ask me which Lil D I'm talking about,
And that's what I'm asking you. When you are
well, you
talking
should just
about
ask me that.
Mr. Copeland, which Little D, how do you describe him if you're talking about him? If you're talking about the two Little Ds, how do you distinguish this Little D?
I just said he Lil D from Cleveland Avenue.
Okay, thank you so much. About how old were you all when you took this picture?
I don't know.
Do you have hair on your head when you take the picture?
What you
When you
trying?
took the picture?
It look like I got hair on my head.
Okay. How long ago have you been bald?
when I got out of prison.
Okay. So this is before you went into prison.
This is an old picture.
And that's what I need to know. Thank you very much. How long have you known Little D from Cleveland?
Huh?
How long have you known Little D from Cleveland?
Know who?
How long have you known Little D from Cleveland?
I know him back in I think I met him in 2013.
Do you recall?
I think.
That's fine. Do you recall how you met?
Well, just see somebody around.
Back in 2013, when y'all first met, how would you describe your relationship with him? Were
With
y'all
who?
friends? Cool?
With who?
Little D from Cleveland.
How would I describe our friendship?
If you had, let me ask you, did you have a friendship with Little D from Cleveland?
I wouldn't say a friendship.
Did you hang out with him, like go to the club with him, or you talked about shooting dice, concerts? Did you do those things with Little D?
I try to get over on him.
What does that mean?
If he shoot dice with me, I'm gonna try to get over on him.
Okay. I guess then you would try to win the dice game?
I won't treat him like a friend.
You would not. Have you ever had Little D purchase guns for you?
Nope, but I took a gun from him.
So your testimony today that he did not purchase it for you, that you took a gun from him.
You talking about a specific situation?
Has there ever been a time that you had Little D purchase a gun for you?
My federal case?
Is there a time that you...
I said my federal case.
And when you say your federal case, what do you mean?
The case they sent me to the feds.
What are you talking about for the jury?
I'm answering your question.
I understand. You're saying your federal case that they send you to the feds. What does that have to do with Little D purchasing a gun for you?
The homicide investigator told me that I had the right to protect myself.
Okay.
So I believed the way he said and got a gun to protect myself.
And how did you get that gun?
I paid Lil D to go get it.
Thank you. And was that in 2015?
Yeah.
Do you know someone by the name of Antonio Sledge? Do you know someone by the name of Antonio Sledge?
No.
Do you know someone who goes by the name of Moonson?
Yes.
How long have you known Moonson?
I don't know what year I met him.
Was that before you met Little D from Cleveland? After Little D from Cleveland?
I think it's before.
Sitting here today, do you remember how you met him?
To Monton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you met Moonson?
I about to do something to him.
Okay. What were you about to do to him?
Beat him up.
Why were you about to beat him up?
Because he was in the wrong business.
After you were about to beat him up, did you somehow develop a friendship with Montauk?
Somebody else called me to protect him.
Okay. When did you get a call in order to have to protect Montauk? If you're talking about you met him before 2013 and you're about to beat him up, when did you get a call to have to protect him?
That same day.
And if you were about to beat him up, let me strike that. Did you make a decision to protect him? Did you decide to protect him?
Me?
Yes.
What you mean?
I asked you, how did you all become friends? You said someone.
He called my phone, talking crazy.
Let me ask just a simplified question. At some point, did you and Montauk become friends? Yes or no?
Later down the line.
Okay. When did you all become friends?
Later down the line.
Was it a month after you were about to beat him up? Was it 2 months after you were about to beat him up? Was it a year after you were about to beat him up?
It was within the time frame where he caught my phone.
I guess I'm
a couple days, I don't know.
Let me ask you this. In January of 2015, at that point in time, were the two of you friends or
Yes.
friendly? Okay. I'm going to speak about a specific time frame. End of 2014, early January 2015. How often would you and Montauk spend time together?
Can you say that again?
Sure. I'm focusing on late 2014.
Late 2014.
January of 2015.
All right.
How often would you and Montauk spend time together?
Every day.
Every day.
Not every, well, I'm saying a lot.
And during that time frame, when you all would spend time together, what type of things would you all be doing? Again, late 2014, January 2015.
You said what was we doing?
What type of things would y'all do?
Gamble? Like we gamble most of our time. Shoot dice.
Anything else?
Go out. That's it.
Is it fair to say, would you all talk to each other on the phone as well?
No. The far as we talk on the phone is, what you got going for the day? Where you at? That's it.
And have you ever FaceTime? I'm talking about 2014, January 2015.
I don't, not that I know of.
As long as you've shown the documents to defense counsel.
Does Montauk spell his name in a certain way?
I don't know how to spell your name.
For the record.
Can we hold on for a second?
Now, you know damn well there ain't no Young Thug on that stand, man.
You may, madam.
I want to show you what's the mark that says the 353 Yankee. Are you able to tell me who this guy is?
I can't see this photo.
Got her. She mad as hell. I can't see this bitch. She mad as fuck. She is so mad right now that that boy say he can't see that photo.
Mr. Copeland, looking at what's in front of you is 353 Yankee, and looking at what's on the screen, does that appear to be the same image?
Here,
All right.
me and Monton.
That's your moment. Thank you. Your Honor, this time of state where I contend the state's given 353 Yankee.
Any objection? Any objection to states 353 Yankee? All right, hearing none, it's admitted and may be published as you see fit.
Another picture. Bitch, only thing you showing, bitch, is that he take
That's
pictures.
me and Monton.
Yo,
Good morning, Black.
yo.
Salute to the chat,
What's going on, my boy?
Shit, I'm on my run,
Salute,
running
salute.
around.
I know this shit, bro. I called you earlier. You ain't answer. I said my boy doing what he got to do.
Yeah, my bad, man. But I've been listening. I was listening and
It's
this
all
shit.
good, brother.
There was just too much noise over there where I was
Appreciate
at right now.
Right.
Who is that 51W?
Like I said, man, shout out to the chat, man. I can't see the chat.
Big
Does he know that?
Yeah,
Shannon.
Ming, God, DW Shots, New York Nikki, baby.
He said, is he still alive?
Super said salute to all you guys.
Nikki, mi corazón.
No, he was killed.
When did you first meet Big Blue?
I don't know.
Was it around that 2013? Before 2013?
I knew of him before I knew him. So I can't recall when we actually.
Let me ask you this. Did you know Big Blue before you knew Little D from Cleveland?
Yes.
Do you remember how you met him?
Who?
Blue.
I said I knew of him before I. So.
I'm talking about when you actually started meeting him, do you remember how you met him? How would you describe your relationship with him?
What you mean?
Like when you first met him, was he like a big brother, mentor, friend? How would you describe your relationship?
Yeah, I used to have money. I married it.
And would you speak with him often?
No,
Did you see him often?
I saw him a lot, but we didn't communicate a lot.
Earlier, there was a picture with an individual by the name of OG Bentley. Do you remember looking at that picture yesterday?
No, I don't.
All right.
You telling me? Yeah, I remember.
Okay. And the individual that's to my left, I think that's what you said his name was OG, or you knew him as OG?
You talking about this dude right here?
Yes.
What about him?
Do you know him?
Not personally.
When you say not person, what do you mean? Have you ever spoken with him?
I'm pretty sure I probably have.
Have you ever gone out with him to the club?
Yeah.
Back in 2014 and January of 2015, have you ever spoken with him during that time period?
Him?
Yes.
I
That motherfucking
don't
line
pay
right
this guy
there.
no attention, so I better remember him like that. Like he
Bro, he
never
ain't
been
trying
a
to tell him
failure
shit, bro.
to me. I don't.
Yeah, I know he ain't
When you
trying to
said
say
that you've been to the
shit,
club,
but just his answers
that
is
around
saying a lot.
2014, 2015, or some other time?
You said something about the club.
Yeah.
I asked you, have you gone to the club with him? You said yes.
Oh, no, I'm saying, like, to be honest, I thought he was his manager or something. I'm not a person that asks. So I didn't know, I didn't pay him no attention. Like, we didn't have any comment or nothing. Like, I see no reason for me to talk to him.
What made you think that Bentley was Thug's manager?
So what made me think that?
Yes.
From my observation, that's what it looked like.
All right. Do you know someone by the name of Alexis Greer?
No.
What about someone by the name of Max?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you know Max?
What you mean? How I know her?
How do you know Max?
She his sister.
Who's the he sister that you're referencing?
Young Thug's sister.
Right. Does she go by any other name besides Max?
Dolly.
Did he say he?
How
Never
long
mind.
have you known? Strike that. What do you call her?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they talking about now, cool.
Both.
I thought he said she.
How long have you known Dolly?
I don't know what he said, cool.
I don't know. I didn't know her. I don't know her long. I haven't known her long.
I believe yesterday you testified that you
He
met
don't know her, but he haven't known her
Thug
long
in
enough. What the
2014.
fuck?
Did you meet her around the same time that you met Thug?
Yo, his testimony ain't
I don't know which
credible,
one of them I met first, but I didn't know they was related until later.
Do you remember sitting here now how you met Dolly?
Say it again.
Do you remember sitting here today how you met Dolly?
I remember I was playing with her.
When you say playing with her, what do you mean?
Like playing, talking, playing, joking, laughing, haha.
Was this in the studio, in a house, or somewhere else?
It was outside.
Have you ever considered her a friend of yours?
Yes.
How would you describe her friend? How would you describe your friendship?
How would I? What you mean?
Was it a good friendship?
She was cool. Like,
I know you just talked about being outside and y'all were laughing and playing. Have you ever been to the club with?
club as we going out, club as her brother going to perform. I recall going to shows with her as her brother go perform, but I can't recall if we've been out in the clubs together.
Did you ever speak with Max over the phone?
I don't recall. You smart on FaceTime?
FaceTime or just regular phone?
Just her call? Yeah, I don't recall talking to her.
Lord Woody on the stand, DL. Salute to you though. Appreciate you coming through. That's the nigga that tried to plead the fifth, but the judge and the prosecutor wouldn't let him, and they locked his ass up when he pleaded the fifth and made him testify.
Charlie. Looking at 6 Charlie. First, I'm going to ask, do you see Dolly in 6 Charlie?
These look like her, but I can't say for sure if it's her or not.
Okay. And do you know anyone else inside of that picture? Charlie.
Monton.
Is that it?
These look like his other sister, but I can't really tell. But I really don't know I don't know her name.
Thank you. Next, do you know someone by the name of Divorce Bradford? And I'm sorry, let me go back to 6 Charlie for a moment. And Mr. Copeland, for the record, the person that you said looks like Dolly, is that the individual with a white t-shirt?
I stand the question.
I just need you to describe for the record, who is the person you said looks like Dolly? Like, just describe what she's wearing for the record.
The girl right there.
I need you to describe what is she wearing?
Well, I don't know if it's her. But the white shirt.
And then the person you said looks like his other sister. Are you able to identify what color her hair is?
No.
And then the person with Monson, is that the person who is?
I stand as the form.
Is Monson the person in the front of the picture?
Well, on his head in the picture.
It's on his thick color. Do you know someone by the name of Divorce Bradford?
No.
No, we don't know him by their real name, bitch. Stop asking that.
No.
Do you know someone by the name of Dua?
No.
Well, she mad. Now he don't even know their nicknames, bitch. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, big mad.
Yeah. With both Tuda and Dua. That's your testimony today that you do not know.
He done told you too fucking much already.
I do not know Tuda or Dua.
Like, black people looking bad right now, bro.
Nard?
Yes.
How many Nards do you know?
A lot.
I'm going to show you what's already been admitted.
This is crazy.
Do you know who that is?
No,
Is that your
God
testimony that you do
damn.
not know
What
who
the
that
Hey,
is?
hell is that?
Cuba.
I do not know who that is.
Cuba.
Yo.
You can hear me, Cuba? All right, check
Yeah, I hear
out. I
you.
want to have
You
this
can hear me.
conversation. Right. I want to have this conversation, right?
Shoot.
And maybe we'll have it later on your show.
I'm gonna put it on mute because there's mad fucking noise out here,
Don't
but I'm hearing you,
recognize him
right?
person.
And that's your
Yeah,
testimony.
yeah.
I do not recognize him.
But yeah, we'll have that conversation later on your
Do you
show.
know someone by the name of Duke?
Duke?
Duke.
Yes.
Okay. How do you know Duke?
I've been around a lot.
And
The
when you say a
conversation
lot,
that I
is
want to
that
have later
recently or
on
back
Cuba's
in
show.
20?
Back in days.
This is before you went to prison in 2015.
Yes.
When you say you've been around him a lot, how often were you around him?
I don't know.
These black women working hard as hell to prosecute Cuba.
Are you going to show him something? All right, let's just make sure you show it to defense counsel beforehand.
Yeah, Cuba gonna be in and out. That's what he do. He out on about and getting his shit together. You know, handling his business as a business owner. So salute to Cool for coming through and fucking with his boy for a little bit. That's my other half. I want to say my better half, but you know.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I've had request to take comfort, okay? So we'll go ahead and take 10 minutes, all right? All right, we'll be in recess 10 minutes. All right.
Always fucking recess. We recess so fucking much. That's why this trial done been fucking 18 months long. You always want to take a fucking recess.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our jury has left us. We're in recess, 10 minutes.
Recess his ass somewhere else. That's what he could do. Well, I guess they in recess. You know what I mean? While they in recess, I can go on recess too. Fuck them.
Tell a hater I said.
That's what Young Thug should be screaming right now. Tell a hater he said fuck them. Word up. As y'all can see, I did a little bit of shopping, so I got a little bit of clothes everywhere and shit. But I ain't got nothing to hide from you niggas. You feel me? Everything in this bitch is mine and mine alone. I ain't got to share it with nobody. I ain't asking nobody for shit. I ain't putting this t-shirt on with that motherfucking sweatsuit. It's probably be hot as hell outside today, so I'm not putting that on. Probably some shorts or some shit to put on. I don't know. But yeah, man, tell me what y'all think in the comments on what's going on with this trial and shit. And let me know how y'all feel. You know what I mean? Should this judge recuse himself on this case? You know what I mean? Do you think Young Thug gonna get off? You think he gonna get away with this shit? It's a lot of shit. You know what I mean? A lot of shit going on. My towel. There's a lot of shit going on, man. So I hear I said, fuck you. Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to wait till this trial start back up. Let's see what else is going on out there.
Jerry West had on basketball?
Just an absolute giant, an absolute giant. His impact on the game over the years is maybe as great as anyone's ever has, because you look at this guy who in the 60s was a star, in the 70s was a star, in the 80s and 90s was an executive star. I mean, not only did he stage some of the greatest battles of the NBA Finals history, Celtics, Lakers, he built the Lakers. He was the guy that brought Shaquille O'Neal to Los Angeles. He was the guy that talked the Warriors into not trading Klay Thompson. He threatened to resign his advisor role if they were going to trade Klay Thompson for Kevin Love. He was a big piece of building the Warriors dynasty. Even recently, a very valued member of the Clippers front office. I mean, this is a guy who was as relevant in the 2020s as he was in the 1960s. He's a legend in West Virginia, one of the greatest sons in the history of the state, one of the greatest contributors to the history of the Lakers franchise. I mean, honestly, if you just listed his opponent, his accomplishments, it would take hours. And not only that, in the times that I talked to him over the years, Greeny, one of the things about him is how he reacted to loss. He suffered some of the worst and most difficult losses of anybody in history. Emblematic was that winning the MVP in a series that he lost. And him talking about loss and how it drove him and how it affected him was some of the most invigorating and educational conversations I've ever had. This is a man whose career was littered with wins and rings, who was driven very much by defeat. And just an absolutely fascinating giant of a man. And the NBA is a place it is today. Comment. He's a foundational core of the league for 60 plus years.
That's really well said. Tonight, I'm sure they will do an outstanding job of honoring him before and during Game 3 of the NBA Finals, and much, much more. Hembo just handed me a packet here of information on Jerry West. I could spend the next 3 hours of your life reading you the list of accomplishments that this man had, first as a player, and then again briefly as a coach, and then as an executive. Literally the architect of some of the most famous and greatest teams that you have ever seen. I'll get quick comments here from basketball. Well, let me first show you. These are just a few of them that we have selected. 3-time All-American at West Virginia, won the gold medal in the 1960 Olympics, played 14 seasons, all with the Lakers, was an all-star, every one of them. He, in fact, was first-team All-NBA 10 times. The record is 12 for LeBron. He was 2-time NBA Executive of the Year. He's one of only 5 players to look at his number. He averaged 25 points, 5 boards and 5 assists. This at a time where there was no three-point shooting. He was a magnificent outside shooter at a time when that was not nearly as valuable as it is today. Quick comments, if I could, hear from people for whom basketball has been such a big part of your life.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Basketball has completely shaped my life. And of course, we extend our thoughts and condolences to all those that knew Jerry West, his friends, his family. But for the game that we know and love today, and the game that I grew up watching, I extend nothing but gratitude to Jerry West. I mean, there are players that play the game and then they step away from it. And there are players that play the game and that love the game and dedicate their life to it. And that is exactly what Jerry West did. And this great game that we have today and we love so much, we talk about it every single day, it's due to him. So nothing but gratitude for everything that he did to give us what we have today.
Yeah, I think for me, I just think about the first time I looked up who the logo was and realized it was Jerry West, his history, what he's done for the game, the impact. As a 90s baby and a kid who loves the game, and as a young man now, you appreciate greatness in what he's done. And he's a founding father to this game. And once again, our prayers and deepest condolences go out to his family and everyone that knew him. Obviously, I played against those Warriors teams that had Klay, and they would have been a different team if they would have traded him for Kevin Love, who's also a friend of mine. But I think the biggest thing is his impact on the game has lasted for so long. I'm a 90s baby, and I know exactly what he's done to this game.
As well you should. I'm out of time here. Obviously, they'll pick up this conversation and continue with it throughout the day on First Take, which is coming up next, and throughout the day here on ESPN. If you are a young person, look up what this man meant to the world of basketball today, and you might be surprised by what you find. Jerry West has died at 86. We will be right back.
Rest in peace, Jerry West, man. That's the logo. Yeah, man. It's everybody got to go, bro. You know, you can't stay here. That's why you gotta get your shit together while you here. You feel me? Is there a life after this? Don't ask Black, because I ain't gonna sit here and feed you no bullshit. I ain't about to sit here and tell you, yeah, there's a life after this or none of that shit. I don't know. I believe in the Most High. I believe if you do good, you know what I'm saying? If you live a great life, you know what I'm saying, then death can only be more rewarding if there is another life after this. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to sit here and tell you that, you know, I don't know what the fuck happened after that. I ain't never died before. You know what I mean? And I ain't trying to rush to whatever the next life is. I ain't rushing there. I'm going to walk my way the fuck there. When I get there, I get there. You know what I mean? That's guaranteed already. If that's what it is, it's already guaranteed. So I ain't got to rush there. I'm going to enjoy this one right here. I'm going to sit back and try to stay the fuck out of situations like Young Thug and you feel me? It's too many grown ass, old ass niggas that's acting like this, acting like they want to be part of this shit right here. You feel me? No knock to whatever you done in your past. If you had to do what you had to do to survive and live and whatever you've done. But once you get to a certain age and you realize that the shit that you done was wrong, and you realize that all the pain that you caused and hurt that you caused in your community, you're supposed to stand for something different, my nigga. That's just how I feel. And maybe that's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'm entitled to that. But if you out there causing you 40, 50, man, if you 30, I'm not even giving niggas 30 years old no motherfucking pass, bro. If you 30 years old and you out there still doing bullshit, nigga, like, you can get your shit together, bro. This shit don't last, bro. Motherfuckers ain't even lasting to live to be 55. You see Jerry West, that nigga lived to be 86. That ain't everybody's fate. That ain't everybody's fate. You motherfuckers is running to the graveyard. That shit crazy to me. Niggas just start running to the graveyard at 10, 11, and 12 years old now. Like, what the fuck is going on? You gangsta ass niggas. Like, that ain't what life about. Rushing to the grave. You're gonna meet that fate regardless. That's destiny right there. That's gonna happen regardless whether you want it or not. So why subject yourself to meeting that fate earlier than what, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say earlier than what God had planned. You feel me? Because I don't know what God had planned for you. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think that God would have had that in your fate. You feel me? You know, some people, you know, they born with fucked up diseases and shit like that, but I don't think that, you know what I'm saying? You know, death, early death is what God wants for anybody. You know what I'm saying? Even though sometimes I think he uses it as teaching lessons, you know what I'm saying? For those that think they're invincible, sometimes he may take somebody close to you, maybe younger than you, so you understand that death doesn't have an age to it. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of us, you know, we don't even start to think about death until we up in age, and then it consumes your mind. And you know, I used to think about death a lot. Then my friend told me, like, "Kay, don't think about that shit so much, bro, because if it consume your mind, it consume your time, and you'll spend all day and all night thinking about that shit. Like, it is what it is. Let it be what it is. Do what you can do to better your life. You know what I'm saying? Don't sit back and keep focusing on what's the inevitable. You can't stop. You can't change that. You know what I'm saying? So do what you can do to better your days here, because you don't have no control over your days once you left here. You know what I'm saying? God gave you something to have control over. Control it. Do the right thing with it. You know what I mean? So that's what I've been on lately. You know what I'm saying? Trying to do the right thing, and God has been blessing me. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't coming as fast as some may want it, but it's fast enough for me. You know what I'm saying? It's fast enough for me. You know what I'm saying? And we got to walk this shit. We gonna walk it together. You know what I mean? Like I said, I appreciate everybody for coming through, fucking with your boy Black to the P. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to do what I do. You know what I mean? And stay out the way. You know what I'm saying? I'm a single dad. Y'all know that shit already. You feel me? I got an 8-year-old autistic son. He about to be 9. I got my 17-year-old son. He's autistic too, but he's not autistic to that point. Like, you know what I'm saying? He has some autism. You know what I'm saying? But he's doing well in school. You know what I mean? He's going to graduate next year. Next year, his last year. He'll be 18 at the end of this year. So, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm doing. You feel me? Shout out to all those dads and moms that's out there that's you know what I'm saying, take raising their children as a priority. You know what I'm saying? You know, having this little boy for the last 6.5 years, almost 7 years, done slowed me all the way down. I used to be out there. I ain't gonna say tripping, because for the majority part of my adult life, I've been a good dude. I've been a respectful dude, a humble dude. You know what I'm saying? But back like before then, you know what I'm saying? Before my kids and shit, I was disrespectful. I was reckless. You know what I'm saying? I ain't give a fuck about nothing. And then I decided, like, that's not who I really am. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe I was putting up a front. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why, but I never had to. But I don't know. Then I decided, like, yo, that's not who I want to be, yo. I don't want to be the burden of bad news. I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying, the destroyer of communities and destroyer of people's lives and shit like that. You know what I mean? I appreciate that, DW Shots 247. Salute to you and yours too. Word up. But you know what I mean? I decided to be, you know what I'm saying? I like to make motherfuckers smile, bro. I think I took it as when it comes to my friends, I think it's my job to make my friends smile at least once a day, bro. Laugh at least once a day. You know what I'm saying? We go through so much shit as people. You know what I'm saying? If I can bring a smile to somebody's face, bro, like I take pride in that shit, bro. That shit mean more to me than money or any of that shit. You feel me? Now, I used to come on here. I used to say, motherfucker, like, yo, I'm broke and shit. Like, I'm poor, but I'm so used to being broke that it don't bother me. You know what I'm saying? Because I found happiness and riches and other things in life. You feel what I'm saying? I found happiness. Take that shit down. What the fuck? Oh, okay, there we go. But yeah, I found happiness in people. You know what I'm saying? Good friends. And I learned when money ain't your distraction, that you get to focus on other things about people. You know what I'm saying? When you got money in the way, money blinds you sometimes. Your own money can blind you. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you end up saying, damn, I was stupid, I was a fool, or I was doing this, because you using your money to try to make friends or try to please people or to try to create a friendship or try to keep a woman in your life or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Your use of money, you know what I'm saying? You're using it for the wrong reason. And me being a nigga that, you know, I had money at different points. You know, we've all had sums of money at different points in time. But when I had a nice sum of money, I had no value for it. So it went easy come, easy go. You feel me? I turned 18 and got like 40, 50 bands out the bank. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a trust fund. So when I turned 18, I was able to get my money. That 40, 50 bands, that shit was going in like 5 months. I'm not even gonna lie. And I don't know what I spent it on, bro. I was staying in motels, hotels for months at a time. You feel me? Paying $3,000 rent when rent was only like $1,100 back then. I could have had a whole apartment for 10 years and was staying in a motel for $4,000 a month because I was trying to be that nigga flashy and wasted all that fucking money. I mean, I did some good with that money. I looked out for some people that I truly love. I looked out for them and don't want shit back from them because I did it out my heart. And when I did it, it wasn't done in intent to get it back. Not in that way anyway. I wanted it back in love and respect. And all the way until this day, I've received love and respect for those individuals that I feel like I done something extra for. But everybody else who I just looked out for, brought you some sneakers, brought you some clothes, brought you some bud or some. We went out and splurged all day, and that was regular shit. I did that because y'all was my niggas. Y'all was the homegirls in the hood. You know what I'm saying? And I had the money at the time, and you know what I'm saying? I was all about us at that time. And then slowly but surely, I started seeing you niggas pick each other apart. You know what I'm saying? I started seeing niggas gang up on other niggas. I started seeing some of the strong niggas on the block try to gang up against some of the more weaker niggas. And that's when I said, nope, I ain't for none of this shit. This ain't who I am. This shit for the birds. Because one thing about me, I always grew up with loyalty, honor, and respect. You know what I'm saying? I've always grew up with those. Those always been characteristics that I've had. You know what I'm saying? So even when I was out there wilding, yeah, I was doing crazy shit, but it was just immature shit mostly. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with different women at the same time, lying. You know what I'm saying? I was doing some B&Es, breaking in people's shit, stealing their shit. I was doing shit like that. Some strong arms, shit like that. I was doing shit like that. And then I said, no, that ain't me, because I know I was being influenced by a lot of my older cousins who was teaching me values, even though they was out there getting it in, doing it and running the streets, and the streets was them. They was teaching us to stay in school, and you know what I'm saying? We wanted something, nigga. Go to the store and make. They ain't giving you shit, but go to the store, nigga. You want something? Go to the store and keep $2, keep $5, and the older you got, the more you got to keep. That was the values that they put in us. You know what I'm saying? Don't you see what we do? But yeah, the money and all that shit look good, but the police and all that shit that come behind it, you don't want that. All them niggas that got locked up. So now we out there on the streets. Like motherfuckers that was guiding us wasn't no longer my uncles and them. It was the local drug dealers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was no longer my uncles and them out there. You know what I'm saying? Guiding us. We was now being guided by the local drug dealers, and you know what I'm saying? Even now, even our the crackheads in our families, you know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers that don't mean us no good. You feel me? Because your family, sometimes your family don't mean you no good. Sometimes your family can be preying on your downfall. That's real shit. You know what I mean? So when you lose that guidance, you know what I'm saying? When you lose structure, people who put structure in your life, you know what I'm saying? You lose that when that become missing and become delinquent in your life. You know what I'm saying? The possibilities are become limited as far as what you can achieve as far as greatness, and the possibility of failure becomes great. You know what I mean? We all need discipline in our life. We all need discipline in our life. Every last one of us. Even today, as a 46-year-old grandfather, I still need discipline. I still have to be disciplined because it's a lot of shit that I used to do that I like doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it a buck. You feel what I'm saying? But is it worth losing everything that I don't work hard to achieve? Hell no. That's why I let it go. That's why I gave it up, because it wasn't worth it. And I seen that without it, I can achieve so much more. And if I can sacrifice, you know what I'm saying, sacrifice my wants for my needs, then I can achieve more, and I have more at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But look like we back at it.
Is going to have some objections to that video, so I didn't know if you wanted to take that up before Mr. Copeland comes in.
How long is the video?
There's going to be 2 videos, Your Honor, and they're only each one is 17 seconds, and one might be like 6 seconds.
Can you identify them for the record? So.
Yes, Your Honor. This is going to be Stacy's exhibit 347 Yankee and 343 Yankee.
347 Yankee, and what's the other one?
343 Yankee.
All right. Let me see states. Play for me states 347 Yankee, please. All right. Yes, please. Thank you.
Yeah, this is my attire for the day. You know, this is how I'm swagging on a bitch and a boyfriend. You can get it. Got my younger with me. You deal what I'm saying? Just the motherfucking brutal how we do it, nigga. Dollar White Production. Hi. Yeah.
Was that it?
Yo, Young Thug
That's
look like two
347,
different
Ken.
people, bro. From
I'll
that
take it by the
right
numbers.
there to what he
Mr.
looked like
Sharp, what's
sitting
your
in that
objection?
courtroom. He looked like a whole monster now, bro.
All right, Mr. Steele, do you have an
You could tell
objection,
he
sir?
was on that lean or whatever the fuck
What's
they
the
was
basis,
drinking
sir?
and smoking and doing back then. Them drugs was fucking him up.
I would ask for the basis of the reason that's being sought to be admitted under what ground? Because I'm going to object to cumulative if it's association. I'm going to object to relevance because I don't know what the relevance of saying this is the attire for the day. And then there's commentary under the right of 347 wives, it's written words, which I would object to as well.
On what basis for the words?
It's a social media posting on a person's account, which this court pronounced Scarfax, and it's not Jeffrey Williams' account. He didn't write those words. There are unknown people on some of them. Scarfax is this court.
Frankie Blanco, salute, King. I appreciate you coming through, bro.
So is it? What's the basis for your for the third base for your objection? You're okay.
For the,
Look at that
for
Thug,
the
bro.
writing.
Him and that other shit, he looked like he was bony as fuck.
I heard relevance,
Yeah,
cumulative, and hearsay. Is that it?
I would hope so.
Okay.
And then, of course, the reason I say cumulative, there's been detectives with an S who are allegedly in association here on the indictment. There's been other witnesses identifying people who are part of the indictment that allegedly are part of a crime conspiracy. There is, this witness has already said who he associates with and identified a series of pictures. There's numerous, I don't know the number. There's numerous pictures showing associations. I just don't know when there's enough. I've objected to cumulative. I know you gave me a continuing objection, but at some point, this seems like a waste of time in the court.
All right. Thank you, sir. All right. State wish to respond. Three bases: relevance, cumulative, and hearsay.
Yes, Your Honor. As to the hearsay, Your Honor, the state has no objection removing information on the side. And,
all right. Well, that's done. That's one basis. I'll sustain that part of the objection. Okay. So what about the other two, relevance and cumulative?
as to relevance, Your Honor, again, this is direct evidence of the nature of the relationship. Several on this indictment. Inside of this video is Mr. Williams, Mr. Copeland, Mr. Arnold are in this video, and it shows their association together. We have pictures, but this is them. Oh, and Dolly White, who's going to be, who we've heard about as far as the Lil Wayne bus shooting, and we should hear more about Ms. White as the rest of this particular act develops, Your Honor. It shows the relationship of these parties together. The defense has been that Mr. Copeland is not really a friend of Mr. Williams. He is a friend of, I believe from opening statement, a friend of Demikion Garlington. And again, this shows that that's a contradiction to that this is Mr. Williams in his home, it appears, or someone's home, let me say that. And it shows the nature of their relationship. And so we think that it's relevance
They
not
don't show the
cumulative, Your
nature of
Honor, but
relationship.
this
He
is
showed
not
that he's around.
this
He
is
always
not the
told you that
same
he hung
evidence
around
as
niggas that
the
knew
picture. This is
Thug.
different
That,
evidence. One,
like
it's a
you making
video.
it seem like Thug said,
And two,
that's crazy.
that this would be analogous that if we have evidence
They
of a
be trying to
murder, we can
spin the
bring
fuck
in
out of shit.
different
They
pieces of
spin a
evidence.
narrative in
And
a
this is a
fucking
different
minute,
piece
boy.
of evidence. This is video evidence showing the nature of their relationship.
What do they don't show the nature of their relationship? It shows that they always
Anybody
in the
else
video
have an
together.
objection?
I done been
Okay.
in videos
I'm
with
going to admit
motherfuckers I
states
don't even know,
347
never met
Yankee
before
over
until
objection,
that
Mr.
day.
Steele and Mr. Steele in particular. I'll just make it a continuing objection.
And we're still continuing, I hope, I was under the belief, for cumulative association.
No, I'm not giving you. I mean, yeah, I'm overruling the objection. I've sustained it as to hearsay, but I'm going to admit relevant. It's relevant, and I'm not going to. It's not cumulative at this point. So, okay. All right. Can I see 343 Yankee, please?
How you sustained and overruled the same fucking? I don't understand that. Maybe because I don't know law. I gotta look better. I gotta.
Yeah, we got a terminal out here.
Okay, Mr. Sharp, do you have an objection for 343 Yankee?
I do. I
All
have
right, and the
several
basis of that.
objections.
Okay, the bases of that objection, sir.
Okay, well, can I just describe what I see first? Because I think it's important that we just talk about what we're seeing. I believe that to be Mr. Kendrick in the foreground right now, Mr. Copeland in the background. Mr. Copeland says F-U-P-U-S-S-Y, and it's something that I can't decipher afterwards. Then the camera pans to another gentleman who I believe may be Martinez Arnold. He says to my ears, we have a target on our heads. And then, and he also uses what I believe to be drugs. And then it goes to other individuals. I believe I saw Quindarius Zachary present as well. So I have several objections. First of all, what Mr. Arnold, or the person I believe to be Mr. Arnold, says is hearsay, and it violates the confrontation clause. He is not on the witness stand. I do not anticipate him taking the witness stand. Him saying we have a target on our heads is a statement that violates both the confrontation clause and the hearsay rules. It's clearly not any sort of co-conspirator statement. Also, regarding the video and audio as a whole, I guess the state would argue that it's relevant to show association. I think that's already been established. I think that's cumulative. I think the probative value of that at this point, and the marginal probative value after all the other evidence to show association is minimal. Compare that with the prejudicial effect, which is these gentlemen being around and engaging in drug use, the profanity, the different things of that nature. I think that the prejudicial effect and the unfair prejudice substantially outweighs any probative value from this video. However, Your Honor, if Your Honor were to find that it's relevant to show association, which I would argue is the only possible relevance, then my concerns could easily be alleviated by admitting the video and not the audio, and therefore it would cure the hearsay and confrontation clause concerns from the audio and what is said by a non-testifying declarant.
All right, thank you, sir. Okay, State.
So First, Your Honor, as to the confrontation clause, Your Honor, this is not a testimonial statement and made to law enforcement. So this would not be a confrontation clause issue, Your Honor. As noted, this is a statement by a party opponent.
How's Mr. Arnold a party opponent? Just tell me.
Because he's on the indictment, Your Honor. He is a previous co-defendant in this case. Although he's pled, he's still a party opponent.
So you're saying his statements are admission by a party opponent?
Yes, his statement being admission by a party opponent.
Okay.
As far as what Mr. Copeland says, F-U, P-U-S-S-Y, Your Honor, the probative value or prejudicial nature of that cursing, we've admitted songs at this point that have cursing in it. So I don't know how prejudicial that particular line would be. Mr. Copeland is the current witness on the stand, so they're going to cross him on his use of language. They can do that, but don't believe that in and of itself should keep this video out. As it relates to the smoking of the cigarette, we don't know what that is. It looks like a cigar, so it'll be speculative to believe that it's drugs or anything else because we don't know. I didn't see in that video a bag of marijuana sitting around anywhere, so we don't know what it is. So it'll be speculative to determine if that is any type of drugs or illegal substance, Your Honor. Also, this could be an adoptive admission as to Mr. Kendrick. If it is what Mr. Arnold says, that we have a target on our backs, at no point in time did Mr. Kendrick, who is the holder of the video, deny that statement at all. An adoptive admission is admission by silence. An admission by silence may be created against a party who remains silent in the face, and this is of an accusation. Such admissions are proved up when the opponent establishes the following elements. At a prior time, someone made an accusation. We believe that we have a target on our back is an accusation. Then Mr. Kendrick's failure to say anything to it would be an adoptive admission to that statement. But again, we have a target on our back. It's something that a party opponent states, and that would be relevant. This video was taken in 2014, which is in and around the time of the beef that we believe the beef may have started between If Gang and YSL. And so that would be relevant information for the jurors to hear as well.
And before Mr. Sharp, before I let you respond again, Mr. Sharp, just wait a second. Mr. Weinstein, do you have an objection?
I just wanted to make one statement regarding Mr. Kendrick allegedly holding the camera that entire time. If you watch the video, you can see that there is a jump cut in this video.
What is this?
Jump cut. And there's a part where there's an incongruity in the video, and it's prior to the person who allegedly says there's a price on our head. If you watch it again, you can see. So the fact.
Are you saying it's spliced or it's too?
Or
is that a jump? Is that what a jump cut is? Or
it stopped and started again or something. You can watch it when you see it. I'm not saying the state spliced. I'm just saying it looks at one point like the video stopped and then started again. So while it looks like Mr. Kendrick is doing a selfie video here, when you watch it play all the way through, and it's only 17 seconds, you can see it. When you watch it play all the way through, before it goes to the individual that makes the statement about the price on the head, it's not at all in evidence that Mr. Kendrick is holding the camera back.
all right.
Your Honor.
So what's your specific objection? That being
the allegation that Mr. Kendrick has adopted that statement because he's holding the camera and did not disavow it.
All right, sir. All right, sir. Thank you. All right, Mr. Steele, and then Mr. Shard again.
Your Honor, there's not a case I can find that a person in Mr. Arnold's position would be a party opponent. He's indicted. He has cut a agreement that this court sentenced him under, and he is no longer a party here. So
He's still on the indictment, though, right?
yeah, so I can't find any case that says fact that a human being, an indictment is hearsay. It is the district attorney's allegations. It is total rank hearsay under Brown versus State, which we discussed earlier.
Yes, sir.
So I disagree strongly, and I just can't find it. If someone has it and I'm wrong, I want to learn. But I can't find anything that supports what the state says about this is a statement of a party opponent.
All right, sir.
I couldn't find it either with Mr. Winfrey. If you remember him, he did not resolve his case, but he is on the indictment. I still can't. He's not here. The party, and then generally we get a 105 instruction, 24-1-105 instruction.
You may still get one at some point in time, but not now. Okay. All right, sir. Anything else?
Not on that issue.
Okay. All right. Mr. Sharp?
I mean, I agree with Mr. Steele, but with Winfrey, but this is one step further because he's not a party opponent. Yes, it's a little absurd to say he's a party opponent to the state right now. He signed a plea deal with the state to testify. He signed declarations written by the state. He's not a party opponent, but more importantly, while he is on the indictment is no longer pending against him. He has resolved the case.
But I don't think that makes a difference as to whether or not, I mean, you can still be on the indictment. You can resolve your case and conversations still could be, theoretically admissible as to others. So, but I'll hear from the state, but that's not my understanding, Mr. Sharp.
Football game and the time runs out in the fourth quarter. The other team's no longer your opponent. He does not have a pending case. There's nothing going on.
While that may be true.
And there's no.
While that may be true, but I still think the statement can be used for other purposes.
Can I just respond to the adoptive admission? We have a target on our heads is not an accusation. Okay, that's not something that would clearly elicit the response of Mr. Kendrick to say, oh, well, hold on, you're saying something about me, so let me clear that up. That's what adoptive admissions are. You say something about me, and then I have to clear it up, or it's assumed that I agree with it. That's not even close to what adoptive admissions are.
All right, thank you. State anything else?
One additional, Your Honor. This also could be considered a co-conspirator statement as a part of the larger conspiracy of the gang of YSL. Again, this is in November of 2014, where we believe the beef between YSL and If Gang is beginning to arise and heat up. And so the fact that he says, we have a target on our back, the we will argue is YSL, and the our is the YSL. And therefore, this statement could come in to show the larger conspiracy, which will be the gang conspiracy as well.
And to be a statement, a co-conspirator statement, it would have to be in furtherance of the conspiracy. Yeah. There's nothing about that statement that would indicate at all that is furthering any conspiracy.
But that's a jury question.
Well, no, it's not.
Remember what I told you earlier during the trial, this proceeding. At this point in time, there is evidence that's been presented by the state to show that there potentially may be a conspiracy. So, as a result, that's kind of the entry. So I believe at this point in time that may fall into the category of whether or not a conspiracy has been shown. Now, whether or not the jury believes that, buys it, they've proven it, proven it beyond a reasonable doubt to a jury satisfaction will be determined later. And whether or not that particular statement was made in furtherance of the conspiracy is again a question.
I gotta disagree because there's multiple steps.
Yeah, I understand that, but
it has to be in furtherance of the conspiracy, and you as a gatekeeper judge make that determination.
I've determined that that's made in pursuant from what the state's telling me they're trying to get admitted to. It's made in furtherance of the conspiracy. So, okay, yes.
Well, may we have a continuing objection?
Yes, sir, you certainly may, sir. Absolutely. Absolutely. All parties, the Harvey rules in effect, I'll make it a continuing objection. All right, anything else?
I do. Your Honor, I don't know how state could argue anything from those words. There's no context.
They've made an argument, you disagree, and I'm gonna rule in their favor. And again, the jury ultimately will decide that issue. But as a threshold issue, I've made that determination over your objection and over your, I would say, disagreement.
What I'm trying to ask the court to put into the framework of your ruling for the state is that the words "we have a target on our back" does not go to potentially anything based upon that 17-second video or 10-second video. It is so out of context. We don't know what they're talking about.
But it's part of the state's evidence in this case. Ms. Hilton, you want to respond to that?
You're right. And so it shows a show of force. Like they collectively are bragging about whatever target that they have on their back and has put this on social media because this is posted on Mr. I believe this will be identified as Mr. Garlington's page. And so on their public social media page, because this is how we received it, they're showing that or telling to the world as a show of force, we got a target on our backs, whether they care or not. Again, that's showing that this gang, we got a target on our back, and this evidence can be placed before the jurors, and the jurors can decide what, if anything, they want to do with this evidence.
All right, I'm going to admit.
Can I say one more thing? If we could play that one more time, it sounds like they may be saying we have turbans on our head, not targets on our head.
That's what the defense brought up. That's what Mr. Shard said that it said. So we quoted it from what Mr. Shard said. So I assume they all talked about it together before they came in here.
And if it's misleading, that's another reason to keep it out. If it's misleading, I'm saying what I heard. If Mr. Weinstein heard something different, then that's what he heard.
Okay, we can play it.
Fuck you, pussy. All right.
Yeah, we got a turbulent out here.
One more time.
Fuck you, pussy. All right.
Yeah, we got a turbulent out here.
Because we got turbans on our head.
That's fine too.
We got turbans.
So that's the
We got turbans on our head.
We got turbans on our head. So
Okay.
the we is the we.
All right. Okay. All right.
Is that?
Well, I'm going to admit it and let the jury consider for what it's worth. All right. So I'm going to admit 343 over objection. All right. Anything else as it pertains to these two videos? All right. Bring Mr. Copeland back in, please.
I'm sorry. This is mine. I take it. Oh, shit.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
All
right, thank you, Sergeant Ingram. All right, Ms. Hilton, you may continue when ready, ma'am. Have you shown that to defense counsel already?
Yes.
Okay, all right, you may approach now.
I'm gonna play for you a video without the sound. Some of you recognize first the people in the video. Looking at 343 Yankee, do you recognize some of the individuals in that video?
No,
You don't know any of those people?
no.
Permission to approach again?
You may, madam.
I'm now gonna show you what's been marked as 347 Yankee. Do you recognize any of the individuals in 347 Yankee?
No.
Mr. Coleman, earlier we talked about FaceTime. Have you ever called Young Thug using FaceTime?
No,
Is that your testimony here today?
I don't remember calling him on FaceTime.
Okay. Do you recall in June of 2015 having an interview with the Atlanta Police Department?
Yes.
Okay.
You said when?
June of 2015.
Yes.
Okay. And in that interview, do you recall it being you, Investigator Dennis, and Investigator Jacob with the Atlanta Police Department?
I remember being interviewed. I don't know who I was there.
Permission to approach?
As long as you showed that to defense counsel already.
I'm gonna play portions of the video. I'm showing you 378 Yankee Echo 1. Is this you in this picture?
Can I see the picture?
You sure do.
It looked like it.
Okay. And do you know who Investigator Dennis is?
I can't see nobody else in that photo.
Okay. Is this date on this June 10th, 2015?
The hearsay and reading from a document that's not in evidence, I object.
Your Honor, we are impeaching Mr. Coleman.
It's not in evidence, you can't.
If you, what's the document number? If you identify it for the purpose of the record,
Yes,
which one is it?
378 Yankee Echo 1.
Hold on. What's the name of the exhibit? 378 what?
Yankee Echo 1.
Okay, I'll sustain an objection as to unrelated. It's a foundation, so lay some foundation, and we'll see where we go from there.
Looking at what's going to be tendered as State's Exhibit 378 Yankee Echo, is this you in the video?
No.
Your Honor, this time we're going to ask the tender State's Exhibit 378 Yankee for impeachment purposes only.
Any objection to states 378 Yankee Echo 1?
Your Honor, I admit it for impeachment purposes. No, this is the video.
I have several objections, but
Can I see it?
Your Honor,
Sir, can you step out?
can I step out? My head hurt.
Yeah, you can step out. Yes, sir. All right. Can we bring Mr. Copeland back in, please? All right, ladies and gentlemen, jury, it might be appropriate at this point in time that we take lunch. So why don't we say we'll take lunch to 1:45 and then see where the afternoon leads us, okay? Mr. Copeland, lunch, and we'll see you at 1:45, okay?
All right.
All right. All rise. Go ahead. Go ahead. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our jury has left us. We'll be in recess until 1:45. See you then.